What's good, everybody? Wednesday Night Live.
Yo.
We're here on
made
YouTube,
it.
running a little bit behind, Reed, but we're here. That's all that matters.
We made it. Just a few minutes late.
Yeah, it's fine. We're having Instagram's dumb sometimes, man. It really do be like that.
It's struggling.
Yeah, Instagram's not going live. So what I did is I did a little swipe up thing for Instagram, so it'll go straight to YouTube. So if anybody's having trouble on Instagram, go ahead and shoot them a text, beat your group over to YouTube.
Yep.
It's a better experience anyways.
Yeah. No, I love it.
Yeah. So hopefully that'll help some people get over here. And if not,
I mean, it looks like people are jumping into the chat. We got some people jumping in here.
I like it. Yeah. We got a lot of people joining. So hopefully it'll bring some people over to the YouTube land. Everybody say hi to Instagram from YouTube.
Yep.
How you doing, Reed? This is episode 9.
Episode 9, and it's Spirit Week. Loving it, dude. It's been so fun. I've been loving watching. I mean, people have been going all out for this.
Pretty awesome.
Which is amazing. Disney Day, we've had our celebrity lookalike, and today the trick shots have been pouring in. I've been loving it. But I think I wanted to ask, we normally kind of banter with the audience. And I was like, okay, well, let's banter based on Spirit Week. And so real quick, got a couple questions. First question, Disney Day was the first one. And so all-time greatest Disney movie, go. And we're gonna go.
So no Star Wars, no Marvel.
Take Star Wars and Marvel out. Those are their own category.
Or is it just like Disney?
We'll go Disney and Pixar.
Frick.
Toy Story counts if you want.
Well, of course it counts if we're just doing that.
Yeah. No, what do we got? All time. Let us know. All time. Your go-to Disney movie.
I was talking to somebody, man. I'm gonna be honest. Coco is up at the top of my list.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know if it's number 1, but Coco might be.
I love
top
Coco
3 for sure.
I mean, for me, all time, Lion King animated.
Oh, man, yes. Sorry. I was in Pixar
Lion
mode.
King animated is the best.
Lion King, in Aladdin, and Peter Pan. Those 3 were my jams. We got Toy Story, Up, Tangled, Ratatouille.
Oh,
okay, yeah. Jonathan Pickens, that was a hot button for me. He said Tarzan. I will say this, controversial topic. Tarzan is the greatest Disney soundtrack of all time, no cap.
I mean, it's Phil Collins.
It is Phil Collins.
Yeah, so I'm like, but I'm just going to say Lion King is the best Disney movie. Wow. Luke Walker just said he has never seen The Lion King. I'm like,
that
what?
Guy needs to get out of here.
What?
I'm working on Instagram. It seems like it's going to work here if you just want to keep going with chat and see what else is happening.
Yeah. I'm loving this. Let me ask. I mean, we're getting all the movies.
Aladdin is up there. Passion Student said Aladdin.
Yes. Jungle Book, bro. I forgot about Jungle Book.
Jungle Book's okay.
Jungle Book, like, yeah. Dude, a lot of the old ones are though. I went and watched. I watched Robin Hood the other day with my kids, and I didn't realize it was made in like 1973, and I was like, wow, this is not what I remembered.
Yeah, dude. Another thing that I like to bring up from time to time is, to me, a movie that gets slept on as one of the best sequels in any Disney franchise thing. When it comes to Pixar and like animated, is Monsters University.
Love
awesome.
It.
I think it's better than Monsters 1.
Monsters University is better than Monsters Inc. and it is a staple for long car rides for us in our car.
Really?
Oh yeah, dude. That one stays in the car. Monsters University, Tangled, those 2 stay. Moana. I forgot about Moana. I'm a big Moana fan.
Moana's amazing.
Moana is real great.
All right, let's see if Instagram's working here, and then we can get rolling.
Yeah.
I think it might be working. Hold on.
Yep.
Okay, we're live.
We're live.
Let's go. I think it's working. Guys, Rick, is it working? It says we're live. Everything, is the
No, it's
audio
live.
okay? Can you hear it?
I don't know about if I can hear it.
It'll take a second because there's a delay.
Yeah.
But somebody says, agreed, Joe. So that means, I guess it's working. We did it. Technology. Okay.
We didn't do anything. You did it, Joe. You did it.
Okay, cool.
I'm only here for the jokes, dude.
All right. So we're just going to cut to the chase, Reed. We're already running a little behind, so we're just going to get to it because it's Spirit Week. Guys, again, like Reed said, I've been so blown away by everybody on Instagram that I'm looking at right now, on YouTube, all the places. And especially today being Trick Shot Day has been mind-blowing. And so I put basically what we're going to do today. I'm going to go ahead and just put on the screen here what we've been doing day to day so you can see and catch up. So Monday was Disney Day. We did Celebrity Day, lookalikes. Today, like you're seeing on the screen, is Trick Shot Day. And the prizes that we got going on over here for Spirit Week are we did a $100 gift card to Urban Outfitters. We gave away a Bluetooth speaker, and today, $100 Nike gift card.
$100 Nike, bro. Like,
dude, what I would do for a $100 Nike gift card.
The giveaways for Spirit Week have been nice.
So, today we're doing it's Trick Shot Day, and I have actually a video that I put together of 7 different people that submitted on our like they tagged us in their stories, and they're awesome. So we're gonna play all of them, and then we're gonna vote on this just to see what the chat thinks, who should walk away with the W. I want to say this from the get-go though. This is just what we've seen so far. There's still hours left, Reed, until midnight.
Yeah. So you can still submit. We're gonna pick someone that we think is the best so far tonight, but they're not necessarily the winner.
Right. So we'll
you
see,
can see your competition. Yeah, exactly.
So you'll see tonight like what the bar is and see if you can maybe even in group get creative with the other people in a group, all the stuff. So we are going to pause the Spotify ad that's playing right now because, free Spotify. So we're going to play this video and it's going to show some people and it's going to be lit. Okay. So we got it right here. We're going full screen over here, baby. Let's go. Okay, so we're gonna press play and see what happens here. Here we go.
Yep.
Okay, we got a soccer ball.
Yeah.
Impressive from the start.
Juggling.
With the kick.
I mean,
what?
Yeah.
Her face is what my face is right now. Slow-mo happening. And what happens here? It hits the ground. Bounces through the bottom.
I'm not gonna lie. I was gonna say
we're gonna break it down in a minute because we're going to the
next. Okay, go.
On the fan, throwing into the fan and the cup.
Yeah.
I don't know how they got the cup up there, but that was.
Cause when the roof caved in and the truth came out, I just didn't know what to do.
This one.
But when I become a star, we'll be living so large, I'll do anything.
Okay, that was awesome. This is amazing. It's the flip.
This one got me, dude. When I saw it, I was like, "Dang, well done."
Boom! Right there.
Into the trash can.
I know, dude.
Yeah, that's impressive.
All right, so everybody's flipping out. Okay, next we have a little car track with a ping pong ball and.
Boom.
In the cup, but the cup falls over.
I was gonna say it fell out.
But it lands in there. You see the slow-mo.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's up for debate. We'll see. We'll break it down in a second.
Not even a debate for me.
Second to last right here, we're going down the railing into a bunch of handmade little trail right here into the cup. Here it is in slow motion. We got sister running up the stairs. It's coming down. Hits the cardboard box. Down
and then
the pathway.
into the jar.
And into the jar, amazing. And then, last but not least, boom! Jagger just comes in with a laser beam.
lax shot by the Jaggermeister.
We got some bloopers right here too.
Oh yeah.
Ryan is getting pelted in the face by.
And that's a good friend.
That's a great friend, dude.
That's a good friend.
Oh my gosh.
Just getting annihilated.
Just annihilated. But I do a slow-mo right here.
Boom.
Bam.
Sniper.
Nailed
That was
it.
awesome.
Okay. There it is. We're going to start it over in just a second, Reed. I want to get us both on screen here for this, though, if we can. Let's see here. All right. So I'm not even looking at the chat right now.
Yep.
But I bet you it's on fire. We got Lewis Mitchell, I think, is in the chat room right now because she just got, had one of the most amazing trick shots that we had on there. But,
oh, yeah.
Reed, I'm breaking this down. So right here we have the juggler. I want to talk about the juggler briefly.
Yep.
But
the
question is it a made trick shot?
No.
So I'm going to play it real quick so everybody can see.
No,
so
it's
she's
not.
Juggling for a second right here, which is impressive in and of itself. We need chat to know, is this a legit trick shot or not?
No, she is a good juggler, and it was a close shot that accidentally bounced up in.
But it's awesome, dude.
It doesn't matter. It's cool. It's accidentally awesome. It's not a trick shot.
Oh man, look at it.
No way.
Right there. Okay. Guys, what do you
She was trying to make it in the top.
Right. Okay. All right, it's a fair thing. I'll let
she missed. It's like Pickens' bottle flip from earlier.
Pickens to the bottle flip?
Pickens flipped a 2-liter of cola that missed the counter, but then it landed on the floor, and he was trying to catch it, and it still landed, and he was like, "Oh!" And it was an accident, accidents like that, I don't count it.
Okay, so a lot of people in the chat here, I'm looking, it's a yes, no, I vote yes. A lot of people are saying it was good.
Oh,
I don't know. A lot of people are saying it was a good trick shot. Some people are agreeing with you, though. Okay,
yeah,
we're going to go to the next thing. We're going to vote here in a second.
Yeah, that's all the people that are just nice.
Okay, here we go for the next shot.
Okay.
Lewis.
Oh my gosh! Yay! Oh my gosh!
She goes into the ceiling fan. Boom, into the cup.
Right.
It's impressive.
It's impressive. That's a good shot. I bet that took a few tries.
But do you think it has caliber to get $100 gift card caliber?
That is not as hard as some of the other ones that come later.
Okay, so we're just going to go to the next one.
Yeah.
Cause when the roof caved in and the truth came out, I just didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
But when I become a star, we'll be living so large, I'll do
That's my
anything.
favorite one. Like as far as like creative.
Right. The trash can was the one I think we can vote on.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you can vote on all of them. Right? You can't.
No,
vote
you
on the
can't.
whole
I mean,
video. It has to be like one of the trick shots, right?
Yeah. I think the trash can shot.
So people are hating that. People want that previous shot into Lewis Mitchell to win. I mean, people are all about her. She's like Miss America over there. Okay, so we're going on to the next thing, Reed. You got me still?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. It looked like you lagged for a second. Here we go. Next one. The front flip, dude.
Dude, that one, I'm not gonna lie, that one's like, to me, one of the most impressive ones. It's so good.
The music hit too.
It's so good.
The flip. It's so good, dude.
It's a good shot. It's a really good
great
shot.
I wish I could see what chat's.
I'm impressed. Yeah, I'm impressed.
Chat, what do we think? Are we feeling good about that or not, fam? We'll see here in just a second. But as we're going through, people are already chiming in about all the other posts coming in. But man, the flip is next level. That's gonna be hard to beat.
The flip. I mean, yeah, the flip is a really. That's a tough one to beat. It's a good shot. And now I've seen
people are saying winner. That was amazing. Yeah. Oh yes, all caps. And now all the chat's going in. This one's sick.
Yeah.
People are on board with this one.
Yeah. That one's tough.
Okay, so let's go to the next one. Here we go.
Our next one after. Yeah. I don't count it. It fell out.
Dude, it's so good though.
Listen.
Such a good creative idea.
It was a good idea, but it fell out.
I don't know.
100%. I would call it. I would call that
but
one.
It's not because it's her fault. She made it.
Totally.
But it was a faulty goal. I don't know. I count it. I think.
No, you're so
I totally
nice.
count
You're
it.
so nice. I do
totally
not
count
count.
Chat,
No.
what do you think? We need to know. Do we count it?
That's like counting like a basketball shot that like scoops and goes around the rim and then bounces out. It doesn't count.
I think it counts.
No, it definitely doesn't.
Would it have been better if it like had water in it and it landed?
No,
Yeah.
listen, it was a really creative. I love it. Tons of creativity. I think amazing idea. And then I just it doesn't count though. Like that to me that one can't
All right.
win.
Everybody's chiming in. We got 2 doesn't counts. Isaiah Odin said it doesn't count. Doesn't.
It's a cool
Tamerlan-
shot.
Tamerlan, me and Tamerlan think it counts.
But
Tammy.
Tamerlan's the nicest person ever.
Oh man. Okay, we're going to the next one. Here we go. Okay, so this one is the railing shot.
Yeah.
Took a lot of preparation. Took her 5 hours to nail
Yes.
this down.
Super creative.
Super creative. But here's the question: the technicality of the actual shot is in play. Creativity through the roof to me. So I think
Yeah.
it's like in contention of being the best. But I don't know. Does it have the special sauce? I don't think so.
It's cool looking, but they guided it to the hole.
What I appreciate the most is just the effort. I think the effort to me speaks a lot. So I appreciate it.
Yeah, I appreciate it. It's not winning in my book.
All right. Well, we'll leave it up to chat here in a second. All right. Now
Yeah.
this is the last one. This is the lax shot. So what we're counting right
Also
here is that
impressive.
first shot.
Yes, not the blooper reel.
Right.
His little sniper shot off the head is awesome.
I do want to see the blooper reel part 2 when we play this, but we'll land on the zinger that happened.
Yeah.
Here we go. All right. Man, Jagger, what a line drive.
It was a
dude.
laser, bro. It was a laser.
Laser beam.
Yes,
Boom,
it was.
gets hit right in the forehead.
I mean, yes.
Dude, Ryan.
That's a good shot.
If Jagger wins, Ryan needs to get something from the gift card.
50-50, bro. He wore it in the face
He did wear it in the face. Here it is.
multiple times.
Boom. I want to make it go back just a second. And here it is, the zinger. Pretty baller, dude. That was a hit
It
and
is.
a half.
It is. I think skill-wise, very impressive. But
Yeah.
as far as like trickery, I still like the basketball one so far.
Okay, so
The soccer one, if it would have gone in the top, would have taken it for me. That one's the most impressive. But the basketball one is in the lead in my book.
So on the screen right below us down here, we have, it says number 1, and you see the soccer shot. That questionable is a shot or not. Then we had the ping pong and the fan is number 2. Number 3 is going to be the trash can pull.
Yeah.
Number 4 is, what is number 4? Oh, number 4 is the flip.
Yep.
And then number 5 is the car ping pong shot. Number 6, which is right here, is the railing golf ball. And then number 7 is the lax shot. So give me like a top scenario in your chat.
Yeah,
Well, first of all, chat on Instagram and YouTube. You need to put a
chat.
number.
We need to see it.
A number associated. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Put the number so we can see and read off what's all happening.
What number is the basketball one? 4?
The basketball one is
4?
4.
Yeah. 4 to me takes it.
It is between, if I'm doing a top 3 scenario, it's 4, 7, 1. So it's the flip.
Yes.
It's Jagger's lax shot, and then I think number 1 is how impressive, even though she missed that soccer shot was so clutch.
I'm gonna go 4, 7, and then the trash can.
Okay, look, chat's coming in pretty strong. Man,
Yeah.
they're going with their friends, which is great. You want to hype up your people.
Totally.
Seeing 1 come in a lot, dude. I'm proud of that. Well, I
Which
will say
which
it's
is
spam. David Greer's spamming.
I was about to say,
1.
and dude, again, she would for sure dominate me in soccer, but she did not mean to make that shot or to hit that, like to make it go underneath the goal.
Okay,
So I'm saying-
a lot of people
I'm
are
saying the
4 and
intentional.
7.
4 to me takes it.
4 and 7 are hitting, but I'm telling you, I think it's right with me too. A lot of people are saying 1. Chase White says 4 or 1. Lucy, wasn't Lucy one of the ones that she did number 5 and she voted for somebody else? Well, good for you, girl.
Who'd she vote for? 4?
She voted for 4.
Yeah, because it was awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was legit.
Yes, dude.
It's going up between 7-4 is kind of where we're putting the top. So
I think 4 is getting more. I'm looking at it right now on YouTube.
Okay.
4 is like blowing up.
All right. Well,
obviously you're getting a lot of people are saying 1 because they like soccer, which is amazing, and I love soccer. Yeah. And the juggling was awesome, and the shot was so close. But 4, he meant to throw it in the trash can, and he did.
All right. Well, there you go. We're gonna leave it at that. You still have a couple hours to beat number 4 if you think that's the top spot. You've seen the competition. You've seen the bar. Still got a couple hours. Post on your story, on your feed, tag us. And then tomorrow we're going to post who was the winner and some honorable mentions. So, Reed,
totally,
that was an amazing time. It's time to go on to the next little bit of Winners on Life because it's Spirit Week, which means we're going to be talking with some seniors. Tell us.
We got our seniors coming in, man. And yeah, so what we've been doing with these Wednesday Night Lives is we've been inviting guests on, kind of talking to them about how they're processing their quarantine, how they're processing what God's teaching them in this season. And tonight we're going to take a little break from just talking about quarantine. And tonight we're going to be talking with our seniors. And we got 4 incredible seniors that are going to be jumping on with us. And both from Atlanta and DC represented in here. And they're going to be jumping on, and they're not just going to talk about what God's been teaching them in quarantine. They're going to be talking about what God's been teaching them in their time as a part of Passion Students. So hopefully you guys will lean in. We got Ashley jumping in.
Here we go. Everybody's coming in.
Yep. We got Maddie. We're going to have Chris Chula, and we're going to have Nan jumping on here. So we got some incredible seniors.
Nan always takes the longest, man. I'm going to be honest.
Always. She has to make an entrance.
Sounds about right. Here she comes.
That's the way it is with Nan. She has to make an entrance.
Okay, do we have everybody now?
This is it.
It looks great. Everybody looks amazing. How's everybody doing? Class of 2020. Can we get some claps in chat? Give us
claps in the chat for 2020.
We got people on stream too, so you guys can make some noise because we finally have people, Reed. We have more.
I do.
Yo.
Feels good.
This is awesome. Seniors, for the crew that doesn't know you, that's tuning in, some of them are your friends. Some people are tuning in. They've never gotten to talk to you or meet you. I want you to be able to introduce yourself. And so I want you to tell everybody who you are, where you're going to go after this, whether it's college or career, what you're going to be doing after this next season. And also, how long have you been a part of Passion Students? I want to hear that. So we'll start with Ashley.
All right. Hey guys, I'm Ashley. I'm going to Georgia State University in the fall to major in journalism and minor in pre-law. Let's go.
What?
Yeah, guys. Yes. And I've been a part of Passion Students, I think, since my freshman year. So, yeah.
Amazing. Let's get Maddie. Introduce yourself.
Hey guys, I'm Maddie. I am going to Liberty University this fall as a nursing student. I'm super excited.
Go Flames.
And I am, yes, I'm in DC and I've been a part of Passion Students for the past few months as soon as it started.
Wow, that's amazing.
In DC, so cool. Which is awesome.
Yes. Let's get Chris,
Shout
Mommy Chula.
Okay, I'm Chris. I've been at Passion Passion Students for 1 year. This is like my 8th or 9th year at Passion. And next year I'm going to KSU. I'm going to major in entrepreneurship, and I'm also pursuing a trade. I'm learning a trade, and that is appliance repair. So that's what my future after high school is going to look like.
You would, Chris. You like
Seriously.
the intellectual, the practical. He's like, man, if this whole degree thing doesn't work out, I can still do electrical repair. What a guy. And then we have Nan.
Hi, I'm Nan McMahon, and I'm going to University of Georgia in the fall. Go Dogs.
Okay.
Go Dogs.
And I'm majoring in like health and family sciences or something like that. Don't really know yet, but I want to be a pediatric occupational therapist.
Yeah, that's what's up.
That's what's up.
Nice. Nice. I love it. So seniors, some of you have been around for a while. Some of you have just kind of jumped in. But I wanted you to share, just before you get into kind of what the Lord's been teaching you and kind of a challenge or encouragement, I just wanted us to talk for a second about some memories. Like, what are some of your favorite memories being a part of Passion Students? And I just want to hear, it can be funny, it could be meaningful. Nan's going to obviously make fun of somebody, and so she's not going to be serious. So like, but what are some of your favorite moments? That's what I need to hear. And you can comment in the chat. In the chat, as they're sharing, talk about some of your favorite moments. But I want to hear it from you guys. Let's go. Let's hear it first, Chris Chula.
All right. So I have a lot, but I would probably say my favorite memory would first be Winter Weekend. I thought Winter Weekend this past year was awesome. It was incredible. Super, super special. But I would also say when that guy came out and sang Ultralight Beam at the last Rising, that went so crazy. Like, that was awesome.
Yes.
I thought that was so.
And you knew every word up there.
Yes, sir.
And there's a video I have though, because you were next to Caden, and you knew every word. And Precious Caden, shout out to him. I know he's probably watching, but he knows like the end of every phrase. So he was like, Ultralight Beam. You could tell like he knew the last like word of every line. It was really funny.
That is funny.
Yeah, that was really fun.
That guy's name, Chris, is Glorious Foreman III.
Wow.
And we call him Glow.
Is he related to George Foreman?
He's not, but he's an amazing dude, and he did. You're right. He slayed that rap. So that's a great memory. Let's go, Maddie. I want to hear it. Favorite memory.
All right. So, well, DC hasn't been around for too long, but Rick Bell decided that for us to all get to know each other, that it would be a great idea to buy some real spicy wings and make us talk and eat. Well, I went up there with one of our family leaders, and she's amazing. Shout out, Becca. You're awesome. And mine was fine. I downed it, answered the question. It was great. But she like does a little lick and like runs to the bathroom because it's so spicy. I'm like, this cannot be that bad. So I take a legit bite, and the rest of the time I was like in the bathroom sweating, crying.
So it lit you up.
Oh, it was bad.
Yeah. Dang, that's fun. That's fun.
It was an entertaining idea.
I know, that's amazing. Little old Rick with the Hot Ones challenge. I like it.
He really likes.
All right, let's.
Stuff.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. That's youth ministry 101. So like, welcome to student ministry. You're gonna have to eat something spicy or gross at some point. So, Ashley.
Yeah. Okay, so I'd have to say my favorite memory is probably the first summer camp I went to. And I just remember, I think that was the first time I actually started to take my walk with Jesus really seriously. I started to understand it a lot more. I remember sharing my testimony with my family group and just feeling so accepted and wanted there. So not really too specific. Oh my gosh, y'all. But I just remember feeling so loved there. I just love that feeling.
What year was that?
That's awesome.
I want to say it was my sophomore. I don't remember what year it was. My sophomore year, so probably like 2017, 2018.
Nice.
I don't know. Yeah.
Nice.
A couple years ago. Awesome.
Yeah. I love that. That's cool. Nan, favorite memory being in Passion Students.
Okay. Reed, you are going to be surprised by this. It should, like, I feel like everyone is expecting it to be comedic.
I am.
It totally would be, and it could be, but it's not.
Okay.
This is a really tricky one for me, but I think seriously, my favorite moment, probably up there end of my life, but of Passion students was Saturday night at Winter Weekend. When we all sang "What a Beautiful Name" in a circle.
Yeah.
And just that like prayer session, it was like so powerful.
Yeah.
But then the dance party after that was really cool too.
It was also awesome.
Just Saturday night this past year at Winter Weekend was just gold.
Yep. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I mean, I obviously haven't been around that long. Just 9 months. But I think that for sure that you're right, Nan, that moment of worship in the round at Winter Weekend is, I mean, it was unforgettable for me. That one, like, that's
crazy.
That was a unique thing. You don't see that happen a lot. If you were there, you know. If you weren't there, sign up for Winter Weekend next year.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, that's awesome. Well, I love hearing all those things. I'm looking at the chat at some different memories, and a lot of people. The loudest voice speaking into this is Jody Meadows talking about silent disco.
Oh yeah,
hard to beat. Silent disco at the Rising. But I like it.
Good.
Joe.
So, yeah.
Joe. Before you move on,
okay,
you've been around for these people all 4 years of their time in high school. What's one of your favorite memories in the past 4 years since they've been in high school? Favorite memories?
Man, dude, I don't even remember what I did 3 days ago.
4 minutes ago, exactly.
Okay.
Joe's like, squirrel!
So some highlights. I have a lot to do with the Rising, so a lot of them are centered around the Rising. The time when we brought snow on into the parking lot. We brought like 4 tons of snow or something even crazier than that. That was an amazing memory. I'm going to put up there with Nan the acoustic moment at Winter Weekend 2020. I know that was recent, but it's up there as one of the greatest, moments of all time. There is a story from another Winter Weekend that's a little bit more none of the people, they're all moved on, into college at
adulthood,
this point, adulthood. But there was a senior class that decided to get out in the middle of the night. Joshua Pickens was one of the people on there. He was kind of leading the charge, but they decided to run out in the middle of the night, just running around, not with any plan. They're just like hiding in the woods. And me and Brad Jones and a bunch of people were trying to find them. And we thought we were narrowing them down. And we ran into their cabin, and they're all like asleep, but everybody's going. And then I go, this dude, I look over here, there's a dude just laying like this on top of dirty clothes, acting like he's asleep. And I go, and then I look at one dude, I pull his sheets off, and he has his glasses on, and he's like acting like he's asleep. I go, who sleeps with his glasses? And he kind of like looks up, and he breathes, and his glasses fog up because he's so sweaty. It's a great moment.
It's amazing.
But okay, do we have time, Reed, to go ask another around the horn question about what's going to be missed the most?
Yeah, I think so. Go for it.
Cool. Maybe we go around the horn again.
We'll quick fire it
because we want to get into some things that you guys have prepared for a lot of our underclassmen, people that are coming up. Just talking about leaving a legacy, but maybe talk about some things, looking back, some things that you're gonna miss the most as you go into the next season. Let's go back down. So we'll start with Nan and go back the other way.
Yep.
Okay. Thing I'm gonna miss most definitely is my family group and my leaders. That's it.
That's awesome.
That's a good answer. Yeah, that's a good answer.
Shout out to your leaders.
Shout out all of them. There's a couple different, but Tina and Mary, seriously.
Okay.
That's what's
I
up.
love you.
Ashley.
Who's next? Ashley, okay.
Definitely the Risings.
Yeah.
Definitely Risings. Period.
I love it.
That's it.
Okay, I
Maddie.
Who's next? Maddie, okay. Wow.
I'm with Nan. It's definitely going to be my family group, and specifically my family group leader. They're just all amazing.
That's awesome.
Chula.
Oh man, I would say, of course, my family group. There are a bunch of guys that are going in different directions, but I would also say summer camp. I was really bummed that we couldn't have summer camp this year. So, yeah. You're
going to miss summer camp a lot, but that's why, Chula, you're going to come back and You're going to serve as a door holder for summer camp.
Absolutely.
Okay, good.
Absolutely.
Good. That's it. That's the way you can still get a taste of it after you graduate. Nice. Well, man, lots of things to be missed. It's going to be the relationships, I think, the most, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But all right, so seniors, we asked y'all, hey, if you could share with everyone else who's not graduating, all of our middle schoolers and our underclassmen and the juniors that are about to be the seniors, what we asked you guys is, hey, what is something that God's taught you over the course of your time in Passion Students, something that you would want to pass on to them, encourage them with, challenge them with, something that maybe you wish somebody would have said to you when you were younger. And so we asked you to process through that, and you all have told them to us already. And so we've gotten to hear some of your answers, and I'm so excited for what people are going to get to hear from you. And so I just want to open up the floor for you guys, and I'm going to kind of call on y'all individually so you don't talk over each other. But I'm excited for you to share what God's been teaching you in your time and how it's going to make us better. And so, maybe let's start with Ashley.
All right, cool. So since y'all know I love the Rising, since the first Rising this year with Grant Partrick's message on purpose, that just really resonated with me. He talked about how we are here for God and by God, and that just totally just shook me to my core. He also mentioned how wasted years don't equate to a wasted life, and that also just shook me and really stuck with me. All the trials that y'all faced and all the mistakes that you made, they don't make you lesser than, and they don't change the way God sees you. I need you guys to remember that, especially going into high school to next grade. So like many of us, I struggle with like this idea of perfectionism and comparison. And when you're in high school or like just with any group of people, you're gonna want to compare yourself and compare your journey to other people. Y'all, I cannot stress enough, do not do that. I talked to my family group leader, Britt, about this. Shout out, Britt, I love you so much. And we just talked about how I would run from God. And it's crazy how the God who made the moon, the stars, who knows everything about me, who adores me, who loves me so much, I would run from him and try to, I guess, fall over and try to compare myself to earthly things and stress myself out over earthly things when he loves me so much and cares about me so much, So I think that's just like a waste of time doing that. So I asked myself, like, why am I running from him when he knows me and loves me? So please remember that. In Ephesians 1, it talks about, for he who chose us in him before the creation of the world to be holy and blameless in his sight. And then in Ephesians 1:11, he talks about, in him we were also chosen, having been predestined according to the plan of him who works out everything in conformity with the purpose of his will. Y'all hear that? Some good stuff. It's some good stuff. Yes.
Somebody better be clapping at home right now.
That's it.
Yes. So just remember your purpose. We are made by God and for God to share his name and share his story and how much he loves us. And also stay true to yourself and remember that your past doesn't define you.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Dude,
I think that's so good.
Dropping bombs on there. I love that.
I was about to say, I think it's such a strong reminder, especially because middle school and high school, the reality is you're going to mess up and you're going to fail and fall short. Yeah. It's not if, it's when. But then remembering what Ashley just said, that there's grace and that you're like, you can't out sin the love of God and that you can run to God instead of running from God. That is so good. Thank you for that challenge and that encouragement, Ashley.
Yeah.
Man, that's awesome. All right. Next up, going to share a challenge. Let's get Chula.
Awesome. So I already said this, but I've been at Passion for only a year, or Passion Students for only a year. So I first got involved last summer at the beginning or near the end. Yeah, the beginning of last summer. So like the last 2 or 3 city groups when we were doing city groups. And just kind of went to check it out. I didn't know anybody my age. And I met some guys and they were really cool, but they were all leaving. So summer went by and then, the first, I saw on Instagram, like the first city group is coming. And I was like, I'll go back, like I'll go check it out again. Maybe I'll meet some people, make some friendships. So I went, and the first night, there was just a bunch of us guys. We didn't know each other. We know each other really well now. But there was a bunch of us guys just sitting together as like juniors and seniors. And in that moment, we got real with each other and we got honest with each other. And it really set the tone for the rest of the year. And so I think the biggest thing that I could encourage, people that are in middle school and high school is be vulnerable. That's something that God's worked with me on a long time. And it really just kind of blew out the water this last year, just being vulnerable, because when you're vulnerable, your heart starts to change. Accountability is created and other people join in. Leading with vulnerability gets people excited about being together and working with each other. And so, man, one of the verses that I really like is James 5:16, which says, "Therefore confess your sins to one another and pray for one another." It doesn't say confess your sins to one another and don't pray for one another or like mock each other. And it doesn't say clam up like a shell, but still pray for each other. It says confess your sins, get real, get honest with each other, and work together to defeat whatever stronghold Satan is trying to create in your life. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to come forward during some big event where there's a big speaker and everyone's emotional. It could be right now. It could be tonight. It could be, someone that you trust and has godly wisdom and can give you advice, like your family group leader, one of the leaders in your life, and just say, hey, this is where I'm at. This is what I'm experiencing. I got to tell somebody. I can't let Satan put these thoughts into my mind anymore. I can't be held down by this addiction or this pain or this struggle, whatever it is. My parents are going through divorce, or I'm hooked on drugs, whatever it is. Find someone who loves Jesus and love Jesus together, get accountable with each other, get vulnerable, and crazy stuff happens.
I love thinking back to those moments, dude. The city groups in Marietta, I was at a lot of them. And I remember what you're saying, man, you practice what you preach, for real. And I love thinking back to those moments when we were out in the back deck, and there would be that that awkward moment in family group, especially with a guys group, where you're just like talking about whatever, like random thing, and then the family group leader, in this case probably Josh Crawford, shout out Josh, was like, hey guys, well let's talk about what we talked about tonight. And then he kind of opens the floor, and then everybody kind of like
yes, especially with guys,
you know what I mean? And what I love about you, dude, is you're an initiator. And I think that could be something that we can take from your legacy here, is that don't be afraid to be the person that speaks first in those moments, because that vulnerability that you're talking about, really, it's a gateway for people to feel comfortable enough to share what's going on in their lives. And that's what happened in that group. I mean, think about right after that, Caden shared about something you were going through, and then Christian shared about that he hasn't really processed with people. Like, there was just this thing that happened when, you opened up that door. So I think that could be a good challenge for students too out there watching, is like, it can be awkward, but the possibility on the other side is so worth you taking that step of vulnerability. And like, you showed that so well, dude. I love that.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
Love you, dude.
Absolutely. Joe, who's next? You get to pick.
Maddie.
Boom.
All right. So something that I was so excited for going into Passion Students was having a genuine community. I feel like that, especially in like middle school and high school, we lack like genuine people, and everyone wants to be like everyone else. And just being in that environment is crazy and amazing. And I think like to underclassmen, you need to surround yourself with people who think like you. It's like, if you have goals in your life, you want to be with people who have those same goals. 1 Corinthians 15:33 talks about how bad company corrupts good morals. And I've seen so many friends of mine who are so wanting to be in the popular crowd that they sacrifice like anything and everything just to be in there. More Instagram followers, the most popular kid at school. like it's really not worth it. And I feel like oftentimes we get away with it because we're like, no, I'm going to minister to them and I'm going to make a change in their lives. And yes, we do absolutely have that possibility. But a lot of times they have more an effect on us because we're going in with the wrong desires. We're going in wanting to be popular and not wanting to minister to them. So I think like if you're striving towards purity, you want to be with people who will push you towards that. If you want godly relationships, you have to foster them now. And I think that like we need to invest in the people at our youth groups and like get in an environment where they're going to push us forward towards Jesus, like towards what we want in life instead of pull us away from that.
Yep.
And I love Levi Lesko. He's one of my favorite speakers, but he says now yells louder, but later lasts longer. But when you're at school, you see all these people and they're telling you, you got to do this, you got to come to this party, all of this stuff has to happen. And you really want to in that moment because that's what's in your face. But if you're like, no, I don't want to do that. I want to be godly. I want to set an example. Like you have to focus on the future. You can't just be so present minded to sacrifice what you want now, like sacrifice what you want later for what you want right now. So I think like underclassmen, just find a group of people that are going to push you towards like what you want, towards what's good, and stick to those people because they're really going to make a huge difference in your life.
Yeah.
That is
That's
so
so
great.
good.
Say
Maddie.
the line one more time. The Levi line. I love that.
Oh, it's now yells louder, but later lasts longer.
Yes.
So it's like,
so clutch.
don't do something you're going to regret right now because you're going to remember it for the rest of your life.
Totally. I think it's a good reminder for all of us to check our circle. You know what I mean? Like check your circle, and do you have people that are drawing you closer to Jesus, that are helping you fight sin, that are encouraging you and spurring you on towards love and good deeds? Do you have those people in your life? And if you don't, here's the good news, is that this is what Passion Students like is here for. We want to help you find those people, and we want to be those people for one another. And so what a great encouragement if you're on tonight and you're listening and you're going like, I want those people in my life, like Maddie's talking about, then we would just encourage you. The best way I've found to find those people in your life, you guys, is show up in the right places and you find the right people. And so keep showing up, keep leaning in, and you're going to add some people like that into your circle. And then another way that we've found to find those people is to be those kind of people, right? And so like attracts like, which is crazy. And so if you'll be the friend that you want to find, you'll start to have those people show up. And so what a great challenge and encouragement, Maddie, to check our circle and to surround ourselves with some people that are moving in the same direction towards Jesus as we are. Man,
I love that warning too. The thought of like, some people get caught up in, I'm going to, try and be in this friend group because, I want to reach my lost friends or whatever. But that warning of, you can be, showing them love and hanging around them so you can have, be there to help them in their time of need. But when you have a circle of people around you that are the right circle, when the time comes where you have to choose the Jesus way or the world's way, that circle is going to help you choose the Jesus way. And so I love that too, that challenge and that warning too.
Totally. Yeah. Cause Joe, Jesus, we all know, if you're looking at the life of Jesus, he had his 12 that were his crew, but then he rolled up to sinners' houses and hung out for the party. You know what I mean?
Right.
But he didn't go by himself, and he didn't go thinking that he didn't need a circle. And so he rolled deep. So I like that. Nan, you got the last hurrah. Let's hear it.
Okay. One of the biggest things I think, or definitely that students has shaped in my life, is my identity. And I think it's so easy in high school to care more about how we look than who we are, and to get into a rhythm of caring more about relevance than holiness. And I think what we care about shapes our priorities and ultimately like our lives. And when we care more about a life of relevance than we do a life of holiness, things like anxiety and loneliness and fear can start to take root in our soul. And if I if I could just be kind of bold for a second to say that, like, we're not anxious or full of fear because like we're a certain Enneagram type or personality type. Like, we are like children of God with all the capacity in the world by the Spirit to not be bound by fear or anxiety or whatever is crippling us.
Yep.
But like, so let's live a life that reflects like who He's already made us to be. And in 2 Timothy, like it says in 2 Timothy 1, for God gave us a spirit not of fear, but of power and love and self-control. And when we care more about a life of holiness, not perfection, but striving to live a life equally set apart from sin, but also set apart for God, we get to experience the joy and peace and freedom that we are created for, that we won't find anywhere else. And especially in quarantine, I think now, without as many distractions, like it's so easy for our identity to become like really clouded and our thoughts to become confusing. So I would just challenge everyone listening right now to ask themselves, what is most important to you right now? And I would just encourage you to let God knock down any walls holding you back from going all in on life with Jesus and letting this community become your family if you haven't already, because I promise you, like you are a child of God, like that's who you are. So like, let's stop living like I mean like the culture tells us to. I don't know. I think that when the storms of life comes, you're going to be so glad that you invested yourself in a community that you were created for, and one that can like hold the hard stuff with you and that you can trust even with like the most broken pieces of your soul. So I would just like, am like believing for you guys right now that like you can just get real. And like, if you are like, if you can, it's so easy to like strive for a life of relevance without even noticing it, just because I mean, we're so consumed in social media and we've grown up like thinking about what everyone else thinks of us. But if you plant yourself in this body of Christ, in this community that will become your family, like you will be so different in your identity. Like when you get people around you who remind you who you are and believe that you are a child of God, like it is going to change everything. Like it has made all the difference in my life. And I hope that like tonight, don't even wait till tomorrow. Get real with your family groups and your leader. If you're not in one, get in one. Like do it tonight. Like don't waste another day, you know, like it has just changed everything for me. And I just pray that you would believe like you are who God says you are, not who you are.
Love that.
Man, I felt like someone wound you up like one of those like little like toys and she just and just like brought like the sermon preacher girl came out. That was going in. She said, "Can I be bold for a minute?"
Sometimes you need that. Sometimes, you know, you get so caught up in your own things, you know, in life that sometimes you need that jolt of the Spirit to say, come on, I'm going to be with you. I made you. I have a purpose for you. So let's start walking in it. Let's go. And the Spirit calls you forward like that. So I love that word.
Yeah. That challenge for all of us, you're going to be tempted, students, to look to other things in culture to try to tell you who you are. And I love Nan's challenge that you're not going to find out who you are until you look to Jesus. And then you pursue him and you pursue holiness and you pursue your relationship with him, and you'll find all the other things that you were looking for. The peace, the happiness, the security, the purpose, all of that is found in your relationship with Jesus and who he says you are. And so Nan, thank you for that challenge. That was incredible. Can we just give it up for our seniors right now?
Come on, let's
in
get
the
some
chat.
claps in chat.
Let's get some claps.
Let's give some favorite emojis.
I mean, let's give it give them a round of applause. This has been incredible. You all, man, y'all really brought it tonight. Brought some incredible challenges for us, some stuff for us to consider. Hopefully tonight, as everybody goes to group, you're going to be talking about being vulnerable. You're going to be talking about pursuing holiness. You're going to be talking about, man, what does my circle look like? You're going to be talking about, man, am I running from God when I mess up, or am I running to God? you're going to be talking about these things in group. And I hope you guys unpack this. And then what we want to challenge you all that are not seniors, what we want you to be thinking about is, man, what kind of senior do I want to be one day? And how can we help each other to become that? And what kind of legacy do we want to leave? And how do we want the student ministry? Yeah, absolutely.
That was so inspiring. Like, I can't imagine.
Amazing.
Like, to me, it's like you were saying, like, you look at these seniors and people that are just walking in the purpose, and you're like, man, there are things about, you know, Chris that stick out to me that I want to grow in. There's all these different challenges, like, or different things that you see in them that you kind of want to be. And, you know, I love this challenge that we're bringing to our group is maybe writing down those things of, like, what do you want to be said of you when you're a senior? If you're on Wednesday Night Live, if we have it, or Lord willing, we're back together in one spot, when you're talking to the underclassmen, what do you want to be said about you? And so write those attributes down. And I think it's a good thing to do, to look at your life, take inventory of yourself, and be like, is what I'm doing right now making me go towards those things? Am I growing that way right now? Do I have things in my life that's making me have more identity in who I am, giving me that jolt of the Spirit, like Nan was talking about? Am I in the family group? Am I you know, being consistent and showing up and being vulnerable? Are those things true about me now? And what am I doing to grow to become those things? So I think if we all have that moment tonight in group, we're going to be on the fast track to becoming the men and women that God's created us to be. And we're going to get to our senior year like these guys and be like, man, look what God did. And you're going to be able to look back and help other people in our student ministry and underclassmen grow in their faith. So it's going to be a really, really amazing full circle, but it starts now, Reed.
Yep, it does. Man, this was awesome. And there's a lot to process. And seniors, we love you so much. We're about to kick it to groups. We just want to remind you of a couple things before we go to group. One, you can still submit a trick shot challenge. What's up? So Nan, I still haven't seen your trick shot, so you still have time.
You are a harsh judge of some trick shots.
I'm an honest person. Listen, I'm an honest person, and my standards are high, and I don't back down.
All right. I mean, I respect it.
Okay, I was about to say, and I love everybody that submits it. I love you as a person, but not all of your shots are trick shots. So, yes. Regardless, you still have time to submit that. Keep playing along with us. We got a couple more days of Spirit Week. And then if you're not in a group, but you want to get in a group, shoot us a DM. We'll help you get plugged into a family group where you can experience a lot of the things that our seniors were talking about tonight. Passion students, we love you. Passion seniors, we love you. And we're so grateful for you and the way that you've helped shape this ministry into what it is. So we're forever grateful for you. And as I say to you guys all the time, listen, family is forever. And so you always have a home here, no matter how far you go and no matter how long you're gone, you always have a home here. We love y'all so much. Y'all jump into groups, and we will see you next week for Wednesday Night Live.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.